Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Zachary95 Tactical, and today we're going to be doing a review over the Optics Ready Bodyguard 2.0. So you may be thinking that this package actually came from Smith & Wesson, but this is actually an Optics Ready package from Monsoon Tactical. And what I mean by that is Monsoon actually cuts the slides and actually puts a plate, and it's an RMSC plate footprint to mount any RMSC red dot option as you want on there. So right here we have the Defender CCW. So shout out to Monsoon and Vortex for getting this package together for us. So what gets included for the Monsoon Tactical package is gonna be the optic cut itself for the plates, and the plate's gonna be made out of 1018 steel, and the lead time is going to be about 2 to 4 weeks. The bare metal price is going to be $185. The single color is going to be $260, and the multicolor is going to be $355. So now we're going to get first shots and shooting it with the optic. See how it goes. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. I actually like how the red dot sits just a little bit higher than how the iron sights are presented on here. So if you line up your irons, technically the red dot, what I'm seeing is actually just above the front sight, which is pretty nice. So you can still see your irons, and you can also see the red dot at the same time. This is quite nice.
I'm actually able to see where all my shots are going. I think with irons, I know they say you can be target focused with irons, but it's kind of tough to, especially when the irons are kind of bad on the Bodyguard 2.0 into the stock ones. I think what Monsoon did is a lot better improvement if you want to line up your irons. But just having a dot's really nice because you can remain target focused, see what you're actually shooting at, and be accountable for all your hits. And I think later we're going to do some draws to show that you can actually draw, probably get a sub-second draw, and be accountable for your hits and still line up your shots within a second or less. Absolutely no reason why you can't use your sights. And if someone's already like within like 2 inches of you, or like like really close to you, you don't have enough time to line up your sights, then you already got more problems to worry about.
All right, so the first thing that I think people have with the Bodyguard 2.0 was the iron hits are so freaking terrible, especially with the rear sight. But actually, the Defender CCW actually has a little notch here cut out to replace your rear sight. So essentially, this optic does come with rear sights that are actually already better than the Bodyguard stock ones. So let's just see how it does. That is way better than was there before. I even, like, for the first 2 shots, I actually just used the iron sights from the Defender CCW here, and it is still significantly better than what the Bodyguard had before. Like it's like other guys said before too, it is really nice being able to see like where you're shooting. I don't see why you wouldn't have a dot on your gun, honestly. The only kind I can think of really is if it gets snagged in your pocket on draw, if you're doing a pocket carry. But we'll do some tests to find out if it actually does snag or not. All right, so we're gonna do the Bodyguard 2.0 actually test here. I'm gonna do one at 10 and another one at 25 yards. All right, that was 10. Do 25 now. All right, so here's the target at 10 yards. You can see here the 5-round groupings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess at the furthest point, it's probably about a 2-inch grouping at 10 yards. Now we took that one out, then another grouping would be more like 1.5 inches or so. So I don't think I put any of those rounds at 10 yards for a microgun. And I did this test with 95 grain Blazer 380 rounds. There's normal ball ammo, not even self-defense rounds. You could probably get a little better grouping if you actually use some self-defense rounds here. But I'd say for just normal range ammo, that's pretty darn good at 10 yards. I've seen a lot of full-size guns I ain't be able to do grouping like that. So we'll check the 25 yard. Now at 25 yard, this is going to be well beyond what a microgun should be able to do, honestly. But as you can see here, just 5 rounds in general. Only 1 Charlie, all alphas otherwise, with a 6 MOA dot. That is pretty darn good. I would probably never actually choose to shoot at a target at 25 yards with a gun like that, but just to show you guys how capable it actually is, adding the optic onto the Bodyguard 2.0, you have a pretty good grouping at 25 yards.
So now we're going to get into drawing from the pocket using the QVO pocket carry holster. Shout out to QVO. Use our code 9to510 to save yourself 10% upon checkout. But yeah, so we're going to dive into this. We're going to put it in our pocket and see if the red dot does snag on the outside of your pants, because it is going to be a little bit more of a probably an inch, or maybe some Asians, they think it's like 10 inches. So we're going to see if that does clear it from the pocket. So So just like that, we're gonna put it right in. I am ready, and we're gonna be doing a Mozambique drill.
2 Charlies, 1 Alpha in the head box. 144.
And it actually did not snag out of my pocket at all. All right, that is a 148.
But that's really good. I can actually see what I'm shooting at for the most part. So like, this is not a fundamentals lesson, but irons usually cover like half the target, and it's kind of annoying. I like being able to see what I'm shooting at.
Here we go. You ready for this?
I forgot he's got.
I'm ready.
Excuse me, sir. That's not the bottom of your pocket.
This is the bottom. That's the crazy
What's
part.
happening?
Actually
That is the bottom? All right.
Yeah, so this is actually this is my gun, or is my just happy to see you?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, stand by. What?
I have 2.
You shot 3.
It's not done, Joe.
What happened?
Do you understand the course of fire?
He's definitely dead for sure.
Nice. That was a 132.
Well, the main thing that I want to address here is that we're doing mostly a beak drill, cause 2 to the body, 1 to the head. And honestly, before, with iron sights being kind of off, I wouldn't even try taking a headshot, because that's a pretty precise shot to take. And with the dot now, you're actually able to take precise shots now. So that contributes to it a lot.
But you didn't have to point shoot to achieve those times, right?
No.
Exactly.
No, I mean, what was my time again? 1-3?
132.
1-3-2.
Yeah, and honestly, if you guys look at here, like our last shots, like they're pretty quick, as in your times of like 1.3 to 1.5. Our last shot is still getting around the head box of the A zone, which is pretty great. Our first 2, these are dumb.
What?
And myself, right? And myself. But still, I'm being serious. That last shot being so precise, you still are able to hit the A zone of a head box. 117, with the first shot being a .71. So you can draw under a sub-second from pocket carry with a red dot.
So the point what we were trying to do there is that pointing from the pocket holster, actually inside your pocket, we were worried whether or not the dot would actually affect that or not, whether you'd snag on anything. So for all 3 of us, we had no issues whatsoever with it. So if you're worried about losing the functionality of this being a pocket gun, you don't have to worry about that at all. At 100%, you can still go full bore right out of the pocket with the Bodyguard 2.0, with or without the optic. We are at about 35 yards away from a C-zone size steel. So before, with the Bodyguard 2.0, we couldn't even think about reaching out that far with a low gun like this. But let's just see if we have an optic on there actually makes that big a difference or not. Well, there you go. 5 in a row, no problem. As long as you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing for fundamentals wise, 35 yards with the micro 380 right like this is absolutely doable. Finally.
It feels so good sitting in. Oh, nut. Oh my God.
.168.
196.
There you go.
.158.
That's a lot easier to do. Yeah. If I had irons, I definitely want to do this. Had to over prep on that one. This
155.
pretty good though. Like I had two clean runs out of 3, but every time like I had perfect sight picture. It's really nice, and so far I think the red dot's holding 0, so pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot you turned the dot down. I could barely see the dot. Damn, that sucks. Shot without the dot. Oh man.
Why would you pull a trigger without seeing the dot?
Oh.
So you're saying you point shot this whole stage? So
no,
point shotting is a thing. Wow. Who knew?
No.
You can get a 2.08 hit factor on the stage by point shooting.
No, not point shooting.
Thank you, Dominic, for clearing that far for us.
Basically, the dot was so dim I could barely see it, so I was hoping like, well, hopefully that's right. And then I lined it up with the center of the glass. I was like,
so you
You
just
can point
sent
shoot at
that.
25 yards.
So you
I guess
just
you
sent
could.
that without an optic. That's crazy.
Just shot that right there.
I know.
Shot 25 yards.
I'll turn down the optics so everyone can shoot the same way I
It
did.
shows because he had a mic and he had a Delta. That's great.
I'll try to run it back here.
850. Oh, trigger. Oh.
.776. Wow.
So we just shot a little mini stage with the red dot here, and honestly, I don't think I would have been able to be like as proficient with irons without a red dot, because we're shooting from that corner here to here is probably like 4 yards, 5 yards, and then that corner to that far target is about 15 to 20 yards. So I don't think I would have been able to perform as well if I had irons. So red dot definitely winner right here.
Clean. 219. 197. 4.
Innocent bystanders.
All high left. Is there actually a pro to being tall? No, you get shot in the face 4 fucking
I lost my dot coming up. It's fine.
You didn't find it either.
I didn't find it. I didn't find it.
Never found it.
I saw it just go up and then just try to drag it down. Yeah, it did not happen. 192.
Oh, the trigger freeze.
250 clean.
167.
Oh my God.
There it is. 193.
I didn't.
My God.
I didn't even have it married properly. Yeah.
Damn, 2 little kids. Both already
Man,
dead.
dead.
Killed in the streets? Nah, killed in this mini mart.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys, so we are out here on the range. We just put 300 rounds through this new Bodyguard 2.0 with the Defender CCW on here from Vortex, 6 MOA, and 300 rounds in, and the optic screws have not come loose whatsoever. Has been 100% reliable for us. We've been taking shots out to 35 yards. We've done a couple steel shots, and even shooting out 25 yards on both sides here for one of our stages. And surprisingly, we were able to put out very precise shots with this little gun. Pretty amazing package here for Monsoon Tactical, only being 180. Something as simple as just putting a red optic on your micro pistol here absolutely changes your capabilities from only being able to shoot at like 5 to 3 yards all the way out to 35 yards and beyond. So one thing I want to talk about was actually how this solved one of my problems. What I mean by that is that for majority of us guys, we'd just be pocket carrying a gun like this size, but for a lot of small stature people, especially females, including my wife, she has never carried inside the waistband before because the firearms that we have or that are out there in the market are either too small, or not too large, I mean, too heavy or too much recoil. It's really intimidating to carry a large firearm inside their waistband. So it's always on purse carry, whatever the case is. But the Bodyguard 2.0 with an optic on it absolutely solves that problem. It's lightweight, soft shooting, high capacity rounds, especially. That's kind of the big one there. Majority of 380s are like 8 rounds. This actually holds 12 plus 1 if you do it right. So it's always been a constant battle trying to find the right firearm for her, especially for smaller people. This actually absolutely fits that. So like I said, for us guys, we'd probably be pocket carrying it, but smaller stature people actually be carrying this inside the waistband. And with the new QVO pocket holster, allowing also a DCC clip right there to put it inside your waistband, that solves the problem for everyone that has that issue. So just something to think about. You guys might not care for an optic on your Bodyguard 2.0, but just imagine this for your significant other or smaller stature people. This is absolutely a game changer.
All right, so our final thoughts, we just want to address some of the concerns that we thought we were going to have with adding an Optic to the Bodyguard 2.0. So number one being durability. We ran 300 rounds through this Optic, and the Optic screws are still holding well. Second one is going to be concealment. We thought adding a red dot to a micro gun was going to be an issue for printing, but when we put it in our pockets, it just disappears. Third one is going to be accuracy. We didn't know adding a red dot how much accuracy it would have given us, but we were getting very good groupings from 3 yards all the way to 35 yards. And lastly is going to be snagging. Upon putting the red dot on, we thought that it was going to cause some issues with pocket carrying. So drawing from pocket, the three of us actually had zero issues whatsoever with getting it snagged on our clothes and our pants. We did hundreds of draws today and had zero issues. So if you guys are worried about having this snag on your pants or your clothes, you don't need to worry about that. So we believe that this package from Monsoon Tactical is well worth it. It definitely adds an edge to the Bodyguard 2.0. And if you were to put an Optic on your Bodyguard 2.0 or not, leave a comment down below and we'd love to know why. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification to stay up to date with our latest content. We make new videos every single week, and we'll catch you in the next one.